Good morning. Today at DW Performance we're going to do an install on this 2001 F-250 Ford Super Duty. We're going to start with the exhaust install first. Because we're videotaping today, we've already done some work ahead of time. We've installed a pyrometer bung and the pyrometer port just to make it easier, a nice clean install before we get going. So now we'll get this fished up underneath the truck. Once you have the downpipe just lightly snugged in place, you can continue on underneath the truck. You don't want to tighten up any bolts until you get all the pipe laid out. Okay, as I said earlier, we're going to be installing an exhaust system on this truck. The exhaust system that we have chosen is from MBRP. It's 409 stainless, what they call their cool duals. So we'll start with the rear tailpipes. We got two tailpipes, two tips, so we'll get installed. Once we get those laid out, we'll work our way back towards the front. We'll get some of the front pieces, and then we have to meet in the middle. The piece in the center will have to be cut. Each of their systems are designed for the longest truck. So once you get everything laid out, the center pipe will have to be cut depending on what size truck you have, unless you have the longest truck. So we'll start by laying out the rear tailpipes. As I said earlier, what you want to do is get the front and rear pipes hung. So what I've done now is we've got the down pipe coming down. This is where we install it from underneath. We've got a front pipe, and we've also got the muffler and the start of our tailpipe. This piece in the section, this section in the middle, has already been cut. But what you would do normally, this pipe would be longer. You have to measure the distance from here to here, and then cut to fit. We've already got it cut to fit. These hangers are designed, they have a knob on them already to go into the factory rubber hangers from the truck. So it's all a matter of just lining them up after you get everything set up. You want to continue to just assemble everything loose until you get all the pieces in place. These systems are designed to be put on the ground as well. The way they cut them up makes them so even so anybody can install them on the ground or on the lift. Because this truck was originally just a single exhaust truck, we're going to have to install an additional hanger on the driver's side to allow it to be hung off on this side for a true dual setup. Now we've got the system basically hung up in there, and what we'll do now is start working throughout and tightening clamps and adjusting and getting it all lined up as we work our way back. One of the trickiest parts of doing a dual exhaust system is trying to get everything lined up, and that's when we get to the back part, that's where we'll have to work on trying to get the tips so they set level. You also want to make sure as you're installing this that you're clear of the shocks, clear of the spare tire, everything on the way down through. You want to make sure there's no rattles or nothing that's going to make any noise or wear through any parts. As you can see from underneath, we've got everything laid out, down pipe, mid pipe, the piece that we cut, got the muffler up above, everything's snugged in. We've made sure that we don't have anything hitting the cross member or the side of the transmission. Everything's clear on down through. Bolts right where the factory was, the factory system was, using the factory hangers right along the way. We'll finish out the tips at the end, but other than that, we're just about set. The last step in installing the exhaust system is once everything under the truck is tight, you want to remember to get back up here and tighten up your downpipe. Once that's snug, the last step will be to take it for a test drive, make sure there's no rattles.